Yo, what's good, guys? Back with the face cam. It's been a while. I recently got home from college, and I finally got my setup up and running. So, go check out my Twitter if you want to see the setup. I'll leave that in the description. But yeah. Otherwise than that, I guess we're good to go. So, it's been a few days since I uploaded my last video. I was on vacation in Utah with my family. Uh, so that's why I tried to upload a video on Thursday night, but the formatting got messed up and I just couldn't upload it. So everything still went according to plan. Everything went the way I was expecting it to. So, you know, it all worked out in the end. So let's hop into it. This is gonna be an important video. We got the Fed meeting this week, and it's an important video. So watch the whole thing because it it's an important one. Make sure to show the video some love. Give it a like, subscribe. This is valuable content. I can promise you that. Uh, yeah. So, I guess we're just gonna start off with this Rising Wedge I was talking about for the past few weeks. Um, you know, we're actually gonna take a look at one of my previous videos where I was talking about it. I gave you those examples. I showed you how it worked on other companies, how to measure it, how to play it, because I wanted you guys to know how to trade it and how to play it so you can make money on your own. And if you listened, well, you made money. So here it is. You're really gonna want to be watching this top trend line right here, because this is the big one. If it gets rejected here, it's likely a rising wedge, and I just showed you. You can measure it out like this. From wherever it breaks out, you could come back and see 390 maybe, and you have that gap at 397 and 405. So there it is. I showed you how to measure it out, and you know, here it is. It played out. This is a very tricky one because it took a while. It was consolidating, but that was also expected because I compared it to the previous Fed meeting where he floated for a week and then he dropped, and you measure this out, and well, what do you know? It speaks for itself. Perfectly measured out. So if you listen to that last video, you would have made money, or any of those where I was talking about that wedge. And now we're kind of looking to see how much lower we can go. Are we gonna bounce big? And I've been talking about this Fed meeting squeeze, the drop into a FOMC squeeze, but to be a good trader, you got to be able to adjust and reevaluate if you have to. And right now, I think we got to reevaluate a little, position ourselves to be ready for whatever's coming because something big coming, and I'm not sure which way it's gonna go. I'm not as confident in the upside as I was before because you had that CPI data. This is big. CPI data came out at 8.6%, and that's really bad. The expected number was 8.3%. The highest analyst estimate was 8.5%, and it was 8.6%. So that's really bad. That just shows inflation isn't going away. It's still there, and that put in a lot of fear in the markets. And that was even the title of my last video. It was something like the fear is returning to the market, or something like that. And here it is. The fear has returned. Everyone was so bullish when we were up here. They're all like, "We're going in the 420s," and that was a possibility. I actually talked about that a lot. That was also in my earlier videos, but that didn't happen. I was all in on that short position, and that played out. I made a couple thousand. And if you want me to show you, if you want me to show you guys my profits, make sure to comment below, and I can do that. But yeah, I made a few thousand off that short position, in 2 days, I think. Yeah, that was a nasty drop, but even though this is a nasty drop, it may not be over. And that's where TA comes in. That's where I come in, to show you all the levels, all the possibilities, the probabilities, and yeah. So I guess it's time to hop into the charts. Yeah. So you got that rising wedge that played out. So now we can say this the wedge has played out, and you can kind of like the wedge has played out. It's not really in the play anymore, as the pattern has finished. But so you can take that off now. You got that measured move, that finished right on the dot, literally right on the dot, right down to this support, which you'll see on the bigger time frames. You'll see the significance of this line. But yeah, you got that measured move, and it played out pretty much exactly as I expected. And that big trend line too. We got a nasty rejection off of it. And if you're wondering why I'm not doing this touch point, it's because it seems you got more solid touch points with here, and you can line it up with this. When you're drawing trend lines, I'm also going to be doing tutorials on this stuff. That's another reason to subscribe. I got some good tutorials coming. Yeah, so stay tuned for those. But here you got. Let me redraw this. You just want to get as many touch points as you can, and maybe even you line it up with this, and you get a rejection. That's the point. You got that rejection. CPI data was the catalyst for that, and bam, it destroyed it. I haven't seen a drop like that in a while, so it was nice to be shorting during that time. That felt pretty good. But now time to, I guess, adjust to whatever's coming next. So there's a couple possibilities. I think the most important thing you want to be watching right now is a macro pattern. What we just traded was a rising wedge, and now what I'm looking at is a falling wedge, and I really haven't seen anyone else looking at this pattern. I'm sure other people have seen this, but I really haven't. And this is pretty significant. I'm not sure why there aren't too many people looking at this, because this is a big pattern. Wedges are consistent, as you just saw. We were at 417. Most people were pretty bullish, I think, and CPI hit, and we fell, and we did that measured move. So, if you followed, you made money. And actually, I want to show you that Friday drop, the whole Discord, which will be in the description. We made crazy money, and we made crazy money the whole week, but we ended it pretty well. 3,000%, 500, 600, double your account, and $19 into 600, 200 into 1,000, 300%, 3,000%. You had crazy gains last week. We've also traded in Redbox. This guy, 228,000 in one day. Join the Discord. This is your proof people are making money. And you can see it for yourself. If you're not in it, you're missing out. It's as simple as that. But yeah, crazy money was made on that drop. We were all ready for it. So back to the charts. We got a big support, which I'll show you now. On the daily, you got significant reactions on this trend line. Support, you can see this for yourself. It's a significant trend line, and right now we're touching it. And another very important thing, which I'm paying very close attention to, is this MACD. It is very close to crossing over, which would indicate a significant change in momentum, especially because this is the daily time frame, and really anything on the daily time frame has a significant effect on the stock. So I'm really watching this, because if this crosses, it might get even worse, and we might make a new low. And this is where I'm kind of readjusting my position here, because there's a risk that we don't bounce, and rather we go lower, we make a new low, or we just go a little lower. This crosses over, it's going to show you a change in momentum. So it's all up to the Fed. they got rate hikes coming this week, and it's a tricky concept, but I've been looking at the bonds a lot and the yields, and it it's a tricky topic. I'm still figuring it all out, but that's what the Fed is watching when they do these rate hikes, and I got this info from some other people. The 6-month yield is what you want to be watching. If that is sitting around 2.23% this week, there's almost a guaranteed probability you get a 0.7 3/4% of for the rate hike. So you're really gonna want to be watching the 6-month yield to see if it's around 2.23%, and if it's low, you probably get a half a percent rate hike. So yeah, you want to be watching that 6-month yield to see what the probabilities are of the rate hike that we get. So that's really the big thing to be watching. Other than that, you still got all that money in the options expiring. So in my eyes, I think it's either free fall or squeeze. And it's kind of hard to see how a squeeze could happen right now, especially with all this fear or just upside in general. But I've been doing this for the past few weeks, almost 2 months now. Like, I'm just going against the trend, and I still have not missed. I think it's almost been 2 months. Go back to all my videos, and I have not missed once. So here we are now. This week it might be smart to just wait it out. I got myself in a long position the second that Falling Wedge played out. And then over the weekend, I kind of reevaluated, and I might pull out of that long position, because this time it's a little different. There's just a lot of new factors to be watching for, and another big thing, oil. I'll probably talk about it more in my next video, but I think I'm going to be shorting oil this week, starting to short it, or considering it, because I think it's time for oil to come down soon. And also, this has a negative correlation with the markets, where oil goes up, the markets go down, oil goes down, and the markets go up. So, oil's ready to come down, markets may be ready to go up, and that could be temporary. This is a very tricky spot, so yeah, I'm really going to be watching oil. There's some pretty big bearish signals on it. SCO is what I'm going to be trading if I do go into that short position. SCO, which is the inverse of, I guess, oil ETF. Oil goes down, SCO goes up. Simple as that. So yeah, tomorrow, I really don't have predictions yet. I'm really just watching to see what happens, because I guess you can look at the levels to where we can go. You got this gap, at 400, which can be looking to get filled, or you go lower, you got supports in the 380s, maybe here, and if you go lower, maybe you're looking at this trend line. It's a tricky spot. I'm just kind of waiting it out. There's no point to try and guess what's coming, because I'm not sure yet. So once we get some more movements, I can kind of see, solidify what I'm thinking. Just have more information to work with. We're oversold on the hourly time frames, but that might not matter. Yeah, that might not matter. So even though we're oversold, we can drop more. We're on big supports, but we'll see how this week plays out. So that's where I'm going to leave this video. Stay tuned. This is going to be a crazy week, so you're not going to want to miss these future videos coming up. So show the video some love, subscribe so you don't miss out. Make sure to check out the Discord. I really have no idea why you are in it. I've been showing you every day, people making thousands. even hundreds of thousands. So if you want to be a part of that, join the Discord. I'll leave it in the description. Go check that out. Make sure to check out my Twitter too if you want to see my setup. And yeah, that's it for this video. We'll see how this week plays out. Gonna be a fun week, so stay tuned. And yeah, peace out, guys.